Yeah, y'all gonna stop coming in my live talking about this Victor dude, bro. We hooping this year. Y'all gonna see.
Alright team, so we beat the Rockets without De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, and Luke Cornett. Today we're going to take a look at some clips on some things that I think we did well compared to previous games. Specifically talking about the double teams Wemby's been facing, the intensity the Spurs brought this game, and a couple of other things which we'll get into. But I want to give a quick shout out to Henry. He hit me up on X and told me to give y'all some more breakdowns of where we go over clips taken from the actual game. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. And we're going to start off talking about the double teams. In this game, I think the Spurs did a tremendous job of spacing out and getting the ball in rotation quickly, getting advantages created from the double teams that the Rockets sent. And in previous games, I think we did a terrible job of that. If you have two people on one person, somebody's open. And Wemby didn't get the ball out quick enough to get it in rotation. The Spurs didn't do a good job of spacing, as well as just getting the ball to Wemby in bad positions. So starting off with this first clip, we're going to see Wemby has the ball right here and they're sending the double team. And the most important thing is look at the spacing, but also look at how fast he gets this ball out and it gets in rotation, which leads to an open shot.
No, they're coming quickly when he puts it down.
Two quick passes to an open three. And notice where he's catching it from. He's not catching it from this free throw line nail. That was one of my issues with the last few games. They were just straight up giving it to him right here at the free throw line, time and time again. And the way the Spurs are spaced out right now, you're not going to have someone come from this side right here. It's like Wemby has a wall. He's using the sideline as kind of a shield to protect him from the other side of the double. So he just knows that this is the guy that he has to be worried about. He's positioned in a perfect spot to make this pass, and it just leads to a simple, wide open three-pointer.
That ball to the rim, and Wembanyama's got to know.
He passed it quickly. Now it's a 2-on-1 versus Sengun, and it's an easy bucket every time.
They're coming quickly when he puts it down.
And I think the role players did a good job of being ready to shoot the ball, because if your players aren't knocking down shots, then it doesn't really matter what you do. We saw Champagnie go on the heater. Harrison Barnes had his best game of the season, one of his best games as a Spur. A bunch of guys on the team stepped up. And look at this lineup. Harrison Barnes, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie. He's surrounding Victor Wembanyama with shooters. I got to commend Mitch's rotations this game, because even when we didn't have a backup center to play, and I like that he didn't play Kelly Olynyk because I didn't think Kelly would have been a good matchup for this game. He played lineups with high energy and high intensity, kept guys coming in, and he really enforced and made sure the team gang rebounded. Going against a team like the Rockets, you need your players to rebound, and we're going to go over that in a little bit. But speaking back to this double team, getting Wemby the ball in this position right here. What I like about this positioning, again, is he's using this side as a shield. He has a clear line of sight on Sengun, so if you come, he can make this quick pass. Now look at this.
Wembanyama, double, Champagnie, swing, Vassell.
And even though Vassell didn't convert, we saw this time and time again throughout the game. We were getting open shots because of the positioning. Look at this picture right here. Having two people on Victor Wembanyama leaves someone open. And going back to what I said before, we're taking advantage of the defense using two people to stop Victor Wembanyama. This is leaving someone wide open. You also have Stephon Castle getting this little screen right here, so Devin Vassell gets an easy shot, and you can't ask for anything else but to get this exact shot. So again, this is a great lineup. Wemby caught the ball at a good spot, got rid of it quickly, and it leads to good shots and an overall good offense. It really seems like this game they knew where to be, and they were executing and clicking on all cylinders. But then this is where the game really opens up for Victor Wembanyama, because after you make those passes all game, getting open shots to your teammates, making your teammates a threat, and making the other team respect everyone else on the court, this is where you can start to get in your bag. You're opening up the game for your team, but also yourself. So since Jabari Smith Jr. knows that Victor's been making this pass all game and Champagnie's knocking down threes, look how hesitant he is to go double team.
They're number 3 in.
He's waiting for this pass. He's not really committing to it all the way. And this is where he takes advantage of his size and his skill. He's going to fade away the other way, but this is all set up because of the previous passes. He doesn't want to overcommit.
Blocks per game at 5.9. The turnaround. How do you defend it?
Just fade away the other way, and like the announcer said, how do you defend it? You can't.
Number 3 in blocks per game at 5.9. The turnaround. How do you defend it?
Beautiful basketball and set up from the previous possessions. But now onto something else other than Victor Wembanyama and the way he was able to execute in the double teams. I gotta talk about Keldon Johnson. I would be doing a disservice if I didn't mention the energy he brought this game. We are not winning this game without Keldon Johnson and the energy that he brought. Simple as that. He had 5 offensive rebounds, and what I think was so contagious is him setting the tone to where the other players on the team have to rebound. We saw it multiple times. Julian Champetti ended with about 6 rebounds. Steph Castle had some clutch rebounds down the stretch where he had the putback off of Wemby missed mid-range. So Keldon passes the ball to Sohan. Sohan takes a wide open 3, which I'm not mad at it. Go ahead and shoot your shot. But Keldon knows he has the small Reed Shepherd on him, and look at the positioning he puts himself in. He just overpowers Reed and grabs this rebound and puts it right back up.
Sohan, unorthodox. Comes up short. Offensive board, and the putback goes. Keldon.
And then the energy. We all know Keldon Johnson loves screaming, but I mean, after that, you just gotta get hyped. That made me hyped just watching the game. And this is where we go back to impacting winning. He's not scoring 17 a game, 20 a game like he was when the Spurs were tanking, but he's making winning plays. These plays look small, but they build towards momentum, and they really get the team going and bought into, okay, let's hoop, let's go all show our effort, and let's get this win. This was one of 5 offensive rebounds for Keldon Johnson. Keep in mind, he is 6'5", going against one of the best rebounding teams in the league. He's the only one in the paint, surrounded by 5 Rockets. Well, really 3, just them 3 down here. Looking at this picture, who do you think is going to get the rebound?
Orthodox. Comes up short. Offensive board. And the put.
This play, this amount of effort is why Keldon Johnson can be one of the elite premier role players in the league. And this is kind of reminiscent of his earlier days where he was playing more of like a Bruce Brown type of role, a undersized 4 where he's using his athleticism and size to do the intangibles, grab rebounds, high energy plays. And so I think he's found his role, he's found his niche, and he's executing at a high level that's impacting winning. Next play, another Keldon Johnson rebound. Look at the amount of red by the basket whenever Victor Wembanyama shoots this shot.
Wembanyama.
And look at this. Tari Eason's trying to put a body on him. You got Steven Adams behind him. But the amount of hustle, these are truly some of my favorite plays of this game.
Wembanyama. In and out. Rebounded by Johnson. Wembanyama. Look out.
Leading to a wide open layup for Victor Wembanyama. If you can give your star player 2 shots a possession, you're not going to get every offensive rebound. But this right here, this impacts winning. Overpowering Tari Eason and just grabbing that rebound, he will not be denied. And he's putting his high motor to use while not trying to overcompensate for the team missing shots on the other end. He grabs it, gives it quickly back to Victor Wembanyama, and that is how you stay on the court. I got to see it one more time.
Wembanyama. In and out. Rebounded by Johnson. Wembanyama. Look out.
That's so impressive. All glaze aside, I mean, I don't care. You could say I'm glazing. That's a great play. So like I said, we do not win that game without Keldon Johnson, him setting the tone, really being a spark plug. I think that's the definition of spark plug, when you can come in and high energy plays and get your team involved. Because look at the score. This is a close game. If he doesn't grab that rebound, who knows? Maybe the Rockets go down, hit a 3, and they got all the momentum now. But instead, you have Keldon Johnson coming in and making winning plays. And lastly, the way the Spurs played defense the second half, I don't think they double teamed really much at all in the first half. I could be mistaken, but they made it a point of emphasis to not let Kevin Durant beat them. And we haven't seen much double teaming from the Spurs. I don't know whose call it was, Mitch Johnson's or Sean Sweeney's. Whoever's idea this was, amazing idea. Get the ball out of Kevin Durant's hands and make someone else beat you. Look at how they come up and press Kevin Durant unexpectedly and cause a bad pass.
Games for the Spurs.
Deflection by Castle.
They gave Houston a taste of what the Spurs have been dealing with these past few games. Take the ball out of their best offensive players' hands and put it in Amen Thompson's hands or Josh Okogie's hands. Something I liked is, even though they were double teaming and sometimes it led to wide open corner threes, you lived with that because they were making someone like Tari Eason hit the 3. They made Josh Okogie shoot a couple threes. Amen Thompson shot about 4 threes, and although he made 2 of them, those are things you're willing to live with. You bet that the Rockets can't sustain that, and they didn't. I'd rather have a player like Amen Thompson beat you from 3 than let Kevin Durant cook you the whole entire game. You'll lose to Amen threes, but you're not going to lose to Kevin Durant giving you 40. And this was one of 8 turnovers for Kevin Durant. You made Kevin Durant turn the ball over 8 times. They knew that the Rockets didn't have a point guard, and what a great way to fluster them and make them turn the ball over. So those are all the things that I liked. Wemby's passing out of the double teams, getting the ball in rotation, Keldon Johnson high energy plays, and also the defensive intensity. They were active all game, hands flying all around, and they just showed you that they wanted to win this game. But like I said, man, y'all be sure to leave a like, subscribe as always, and let me know if y'all like these new videos. Shout out to Henry for the idea, but until next time, it has been your boy Chris, and I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.